Hello and welcome back. Thank you for watching. Hi. We have just left Bend. Ooh. We've just left Bend, spent a zero there, ate really well. Strongly recommend a place called Laughing Planet. Half fast food, half really healthy. So that was nice. We also went to the Avid Brewery, Avid Cidery, and just drank loads of cider. So that's good. We're back on trail now. Planning on heading to Timberline, so we've got too much food. Heading to Timberline and from there heading on to Cascade Locks. Not planning on resupplying at Timberline other than the large all-you-can-eat breakfast, so it's really just enough food to get us to Washington, which is exciting. So here we go, enjoy. We'll see where this next bit of trail takes us. Still got Nikki. I think this is Mount Jefferson? I could be completely wrong. We are in the Mount Jefferson wilderness, but that is a big, impressive old mountain. My mistake earlier, that's not Mount Jefferson. That is a mountain called Three Fingers Jack. That's Mount Jefferson. Bit bigger, a lot bigger. The burn zone here is pretty extensive. You've got some cool cinder cones and cliffs from the volcanoes. All this burn. And then right in the background, we've got Three Fingered Jack still. This is a pretty cool shot. So we've got Three Fingered Jack, which is there. And then we've got Mount Washington. Then we've got the Three Sisters. And over there we got Black Butte, and you can just see forever. That's cool. That is one pretty lake. Mount Jefferson is quite pretty this evening. So's Nikki. Morning. It's about 7 in the morning. We did 22.5, 23 miles yesterday, which isn't too bad considering we left town yesterday morning. We've got a little bit of a descent down followed by a little bit of an ascent up. Nothing hugely exciting this morning. Aiming for somewhere between 26 and 31 or 32 miles today. Foot dependent. When we were in town we both replaced our shoes again. The lava field around Mount Washington just shredded the shoes, so got a new pair of Hoka 1-1 Speedgoat 3s, which is nice. Bambi has swapped back to the Ultra Lone Peaks, and there has been some issues with foot pain with those in the past, so we'll kind of have to see how those go. But we'll wait and see. Other than that, we're walking. It's pretty. It's a little bit chilly this morning. Yeah. This is Russell Creek, which is flowing really well. we gotta get across here. It's our first proper water crossing since the Sierras. I'm kind of hoping I don't fall in. Northern Oregon is so pretty and uphilly now. We're just climbing up here. Lunch soon, I hope. This is what it's all about. You climb up a bloody great hill and you get a bloody awesome view. It is about 1:30 on the 31st of August. We are at mile 2036-ish and more snow. I'm really impressed. Thankfully it's not on trail. I love America. On my map this is marked as large pond. I'd call this a lake. This is like a big lake. Found some wild blueberries. Nice. Nom nom. Free food. So tasty. It is 6:30 on the 1st of September. We're making good progress. I think when we were doing our maths initially we expected to be a bit closer to Washington than we are now, but we're about 45-47 miles from Timberline, so we got 4 days or so until we leave Washington, which is scary, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what Washington has to offer. But I've loved Oregon. Oregon's beautiful. Got some views, lakes, forests. It's great. But the plan today is to hike 29 miles to Little Crater Lake, which is meant to be beautiful. We'll see what today has to offer, but yesterday was stunning, so I'm kind of hoping the same today. Oh. Hiking delayed by blueberries.
Don't mind me.
Here we have Timothy Lake. This lake is actually massive. We've been walking along it for the past half hour, 40 minutes. But it's quite busy with a lot of day hikers and people camping because this is a bank holiday weekend. It's Labor Day tomorrow, so there's a lot of people out, but this is the lake. We've done 29 miles and we're just going to get around the corner in a sec to Little Crater Lake and going to sleep there. Here we have Little Crater Lake, which it's hard to see in this light, but that's super blue and super deep. You can actually see like an entire tree down there. From what I gather, at the deepest point it's 45 meters deep, but it is still as glass and super reflective. That's pretty awesome. I imagine it's freezing cold. It is 6:30 in the morning. We are leaving Little Crater Lake. It's really cold this morning, so that's nice. Yesterday was 30 miles. Today we've got 18 to get to Timberline Lodge. We probably won't make it to the all-you-can-eat breakfast buffet, but from what I understand there is also an all-you-can-eat lunch buffet, and I love all you can eat. So that's going to be awesome. We just got to get there first, so not too bad a day. We'll take it from there. But Little Crater Lake is really pretty. I made a mistake in the last video. It's 45 foot deep, not 45 meters deep. That would be insane. I mean, there's not enough danger on trail from bears and mountain lions and snakes and falling trees and snow and river crossings. Now we've got to worry about Bigfoot. I mean, he's out here somewhere. He must be. And we get a pretty awesome morning view of Mount Hood, which is huge. A lot of green forest. This is nice.
Did you do the PCT?
There is, but there's a lot of alternates that you can take to have more water.
Like you still do the Black Mountain.
It is 2 o'clock. We have walked 18 miles before lunch and I'm knackered. We have Mount Hood literally up there, and most excitingly, oh yeah, Timberline Lodge. I need some food. I need something to drink. I'm knackered, man. I'm knackered. For the record, Timberline Lodge lunch buffet, awesome. And there's waffles. Our brief pit stop at Timberline is done. All you can eat lunch, worth it. I had 3 plates of steak and potatoes, and then dessert, so awesome. There's a music festival going on today because it's Labor Day, but now we are heading back into the wild. Early morning views are nice, and if we look up to the top of this mountain, it's got a little cloudy hat. This is the Muddy Fork River of glacial meltwater, and here's Nikki on the bridge. Don't fall in. Another view of Mount Hood, but you can see the leaves are turning. It's now what, the 2nd of September? We're walking into autumn. We've done like every season on trail now. It is 7 AM. This is Wactom Lake. This is the last lake that we're going to really have in Oregon. We camped by the side of this. It is 17 miles from Cascade Locks, and our resupply and food and everything like that. And then on to Washington. I spy with my little eye Washington! Just gotta get down there and cross that big ass river. But Washington! Check it out! Bridge of the Gods, the official end of this state. We're gonna go pop into the town of Cascade Locks, grab some food, resupply, and then cross that bad boy. And thus, we leave Oregon, crossing the Bridge of the Gods into Washington. That's less than 500 miles, or pretty much 500 miles left to go, which is crazy and sad, and I don't want this to end. I love this adventure. I love living in the wild, and it's a really pretty view. Morning. We have had our first night's sleep in the great state of Washington. Quite warm. Could hear trains from down in Cascade Locks during the night, but nothing too obtrusive. We've started, there's a 14-mile hill climb to do this morning, which is gonna suck. Very, very green here, lots of ferns, almost a bit Jurassic Parky. Lots and lots of poison oak everywhere, so that's a fun game to play and avoid. It's quite humid. We are definitely seeing the trees starting to turn autumn colours, so it's a bit sad. It kind of shows that we're near the end, time is running out. I don't really want it to run out, I'm really loving this, but all good things come to an end. Thankfully, we've still got 500 miles to enjoy, so there's always that. I don't know what the views are going to be like today. If we're in trees all day, probably not much, but take it as it comes. So, our initial impression of Washington. It's pretty warm, it's pretty green, it's very humid, and there's a lot of like uphill, so far, sticky. If is my one word view of Washington, sticky. We've been hiking for a couple of hours. We're about 5.5 miles into the day, and you can just see how jungle-like this little bit of Washington is. It's really cool. I've walked into so many spiders' webs this morning, it's really disappointing. And there's the Nicky. And we start today's hill climb, a 10-mile, 4,500 foot ascent. This is gonna suck. At least it's not hot. I think this is our first like view in 2 days, and right in the distance we can see what I think is Mount Hood. We have made it to the top of the hill, and in the far distance we can see Mount Adams. We made it up here for lunch and cheese wrap, delicious, and now heading onwards. But the view's pretty nice from up here. We spent the whole day just in trees, so it's kind of nice to see things. There we go, another marker point, 2,200 miles done. Good morning. It is 7 in the morning and this is Blue Lake, which is really pretty. I don't have much battery, so this probably will be the last video today. We've got 24 miles to get to the road where we can hitch to Trout Lake, which is a small town where we're going to resupply. Most excitingly, my mum and dad are flying over from the UK and they're going to meet us at Trout Lake, and we're going to zero somewhere in the area with them, recover, relax, catch up, and it's going to be really nice to see them. It's been quite a long while. So really looking forward to that. Other than that, I think that'll probably be the end of this chapter of video. It's been great fun. Washington so far is very nice, very green, but not many views, just forests. Hopefully the next section should be more dramatic, but loving walking through the woods. Hopefully today is more flat. We've had some big ups and downs. Be nice to cruise, but be nice to see parents. We are at the end of this journey and going to go take a zero, but look who we found in the woods. My mum and dad.
Hi.
Yay.
So that's awesome. And rest now.